Good morning. I haven't made videos for a few days, like a week, which um sucks. But I was dealing with some ideas and things here at the shop. Um, but I wanted to go over a few quick things, talk about what's happening, what's going on, what's coming up. So, the channel's growing, actually. I mean, it's nothing to like retire on. But I've got a decent amount of followers and views and things like that, and so that means people are liking the videos that I'm putting out. Um, I do notice that the micro soldering videos and repair videos are doing far better than explanations like the Microsoft account stuff and all that, which is great. But I didn't want to be a channel that consistently uploads the same thing. So I have a couple other um, series. Maybe you call it a challenge or something. But let me tell you real quick. Okay, so at my shop, I do a ton of recycling. Here's a photo of the average amount that I have standing by at all times. And basically, in a nutshell, you take some recycling and you could take it there to the plant like as is, but it's a lot of space for a little money. So what the best thing to do is to disassemble and separate all the parts. So I have these bins in the shop full of parts, and I got to thinking that one of these bins is full of laptop motherboards right here. Um, so there's maybe like close to 100 in this bin. And so what I did was I went through there and uh, kind of looked all of them up on eBay to see which ones were worth money. Many of them were useless and worthless, except for parts or recycling. But a certain amount I pulled out that were worth anything between $100 and $600 if they're working. Many of these boards I pulled out, some of them might work, and most don't. I mean, nearly all will have problems, especially the expensive ones, because I wouldn't just throw one out like that. Um, so, yeah, all right. So, the thing about recycling is this. I used to have a guy pick up my recycling twice a year, and he would load up his trailer and his truck bed full of stuff, pay me anywhere between $400 and $700. Um, he would do that about 3 times, and then he would take it up to a place in Ohio. All I knew was Ohio. That's all he really mentioned about it. But anyway, this guy stops coming around. So what I did was I was totally overwhelmed with how much stuff I had here. So I kind of did my own research, found out where he was taking it. He was taking it to a place called was it Board Sort, something like that, in Cleveland, Ohio. I think it's called Board Sort. Anyway, turns out he was coming back with $14,000. So he was paying me top end 2 grand, low end about 1,200, coming back with $14,000. So I figured I would just go ahead and do my own, which is how the ball got rolling to really take on recycling. Now, there's a point in me saying all this about the recycling. Um, there's a Depeche Mode song that's called Everything Counts, and there's a line in it that says, everything counts in large amounts. The point of that is you can have, one circuit. Well, look at you can have 3 or 4 sticks of RAM. They're worth virtually nothing. A couple of pennies maybe, recycling wise. But if you have 50 pounds of this, it's worth significant amount of money. And believe it or not, you can go to many businesses. I mean, it's ridiculous how many businesses you can go to and say, "Hi, my name is, and I collect e-waste. And e-waste, you might have to take out a bunch of old printers that are a pain in the ass, but you might also get 7 laptops out of it, 6 of which might work. A lot of these companies toss things out because it's a good write-off when they take something off of inventory as no good or whatever, or thrown out. And a lot of times these people just want this stuff out of their way. So, you can go in there and next to nothing, if nothing, pick up a bunch of this stuff. Then you start going through it. Now, in the back room of my shop, I have a bunch of laptops right here. Now, I've accumulated these over time. A lot of times people bring me one and said, yeah, I've had these laying around. I want to get rid of it. And it's, an HP laptop, Windows XP from 20 years ago. I can't do anything with that. So that goes to recycling. So I stack these back here. Also back here are laptops that are dead, or maybe they are just incomplete. Like, let's say it had a broken screen, and I got to thinking I didn't really want to fix it. Okay. So, my one project I have is to take these laptops and pull out the good parts and sell them. Okay? Because from a recycling standpoint, a laptop is worth somewhere in the neighborhood of anywhere between like $2-3 up to like maybe $4 or $6. In that neighborhood. It depends on weight, and it has to be complete. So if you've got a decent laptop but it's missing a screen, they don't want it. Or maybe they take it, but it's like a third of the recycling cost. Okay, listen. One time I had a guy come to me at my shop. He brought these things to me. Said, I've got a bunch of laptops that I need to recycle. And I said, how many is a bunch? He says 32 of them. I was like, all right. So I figured, various ones would come in, in boxes, just complete trash. He brought in 32 laptops that were Dell's Inspirons, that were Windows 10 machines. 32 of them. Sold them to me for $100. So that kind of gives you an idea. And I'd say 30 of them worked. And he only asked that I take one of the nice ones and format it, get it ready to give to his wife. So these are the kind of things, I mean, you're not going to hit home runs like that all the time, but I've never lost money on recycling. My time has been worth it. Okay, so these laptops in the back, what I plan to do is I'm going to do a web series, or video series, sorry, of these videos called E-Waste to eBay. That's going to say, I'm going to take, let's say, 2, 3, 4 laptops from the back stack here and start going through them. And this will be pretty much the same thing every time. But I'll keep a running track of what I would have gotten with, and I'll base it conservatively, what I would have gotten for recycling. And then, if a motherboard works and it's worth $20, I don't really have time for that. I just don't care about it that much. But if a motherboard is worth $60 to $80, of course, I'm going to take it out, package it up really nice, get it all cleaned up after I test it, and then we can keep a running total of how much money would have been made from recycling versus how much will be made on eBay. Because eventually everything will sell. And when I put things on eBay, I always price at the lower end of what it was sold at. So if you've got a motherboard that's on eBay all over the place for $100, but showed a history of selling at like $80, I'll put mine at $75. Okay. The other one is to take this box of higher end motherboards, the ones that are worth money, and try to fix each of these. Now, this box right here, just ballpark, if you were able to fix each one of these items in this box, you could buy a car. That's really, I mean, it's worth maybe $5,000 with all of these working. So, as we go, maybe as I get better at this, maybe I'll fix more of them. But for the time being, we'll try one at a time, and maybe we will be able to fix it. Maybe we will put it away and try again. Um, so those two items, the board fixing and the e-waste to eBay videos, and I think the thing with the eBay or e-waste to eBay videos is to show people that you can take these, you know, junk machines and you can make money. I mean, I used to, well, occasionally people bring me TVs with cracked screens. I say I don't fix these, but you're welcome to have me recycle it. And if it's a cracked screen, usually the power supply works. If it doesn't turn on, usually the video board works, those two boards. And on any given TV, it's worth $30 to $50 per board. And sometimes if it turns on and works great, but there's a small crack in the screen, you got two boards. You got up to $100 coming out of that TV. Recycling isn't just, keeping the earth green, and it's not just doing the right thing, but you can make good money, free money. I mean, literally inventing money out of thin air with recycling in this manner. Okay? And I just want to maybe show how it can be done, and maybe somebody watching one of these videos might say, okay, make a couple phone calls, call a real estate company, call a call center in their area, and they're like, yeah, man, we've got these 3 shelves full of crap we've been dying to get rid of. Please come and get them. And typically large companies, they don't want to pay you for it. They just want it gone because they've written them off. And you'll be surprised what you can get for free. Maybe somebody will do this and then crank out $1,000 in a week from this. Or maybe they'll just stockpile, 55 computer towers that are old or dead, and then separate all the parts and make a few $100, in weights, taking it to a recycling place. That's kind of the whole point of it. Now, with those 2 video lines coming, also, I'm going to do my usual stuff, but I found that, not wanting to be so redundant, I found that I don't have the volume of interesting soldering jobs coming through the door, and that's kind of where this channel is doing well, is the soldering type stuff. But anyway, all in all, we're going to put a bunch of things together and keep putting out videos. I like to put out 3 videos a week if I can. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying doing this, and if you're watching these videos and you find them entertaining or learning something, or even better, like I did, getting inspired to get yourself some equipment over here, this stuff, maybe this stuff, iPad, thermal camera. Oh, by the way, got my new thermal camera. This is it, by the way. This thing is tiny. Look at this. Tiny. But look how much better the quality is of this compared to the FLIR 1. This thing, FLIR 1 cannot even come close to this. Also, it has this thing called a macro lens that is magnetic. It just fits right on top like that. And then look at watch the screen right here. Look at the detail. I mean, does not get any better than that. I also noticed that the glare is better on this one, or better as in not so bad. Okay, so anyway, hopefully somebody will be inspired to set something like I have up and do their own thing, because, I mean, look, it's fun and it's cool to learn stuff, but you could make a 6-figure income sitting at a desk like this if you learn from videos like these or videos like, Tronics Fix, Northridge Fix, Joey Does Tech, Adamant IT out of England. I mean, there's several of them out there that are really good and legitimate ones that have been consistently putting out videos for, years. Anyway, so I just want to say hello and give an update of what's happening. So thanks for watching my videos. It's pretty cool, and it's only going to get better, and the volume is going to pick up pretty significantly here. So hopefully you will stick around and enjoy the videos. I believe the first of one or both of those video series is coming out today and tomorrow. Both today, maybe one each day. I don't know. But anyway, thanks a bunch and have a great day.